What's up, you guys? Welcome back to AgentZy Intel. We're here with the second episode of the AgentZy podcast. Today, I am not by myself, so we do have a special guest, and also by the feedback of my nephew, he said, put a face cam in the podcast. I don't want to see the picture of the freaking logo, so you know what? Boom, face cam is on for me and the homie, but he has a picture. No face reveal here. But yeah, I want to introduce my boy, the Soy 2. Welcome to the podcast.
Hello. Great to be here. Also, yes, no face reveal for me because I'm not that beautiful, okay? Sorry.
It's all right, man. It's all right. One day, maybe one day we will. perhaps one day, man. But yeah, let's get on with the podcast. It should be a good podcast. We do have about, I'm going to say about 8 or 9 subjects. But first of all, let's get to what have we been playing this week. For me, no, you know what? I should ask my guest first. Why am I going to take all the glory? The Soy, what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Valorant, Rainbow Six. Honestly, those are pretty much the two major games I've been playing recently just because I've gotten pretty good, I guess.
Yeah, all right.
I'm trying to do more competitive gaming, I guess, when I'm doing my usual streams. So I finally got ranked in Valorant, which, I mean, I got bronze 3, which is nothing good. Can't really flex, but it's not bad for a first time. And in Rainbow, I need to unlock competitive in Rainbow, so that's just a grind in itself. But those are 2 games I've been playing, and I'm waiting to get more games. Like a new game that is from Ubisoft coming out, Battle Royale.
Battle Royale just released today, closed beta.
Yeah, can't wait. I want to try to get that game and then see what I can do.
All right. So it looks like you do enjoy the team-based shooters, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. I feel like I'm probably not ever gonna get into like those type of shooters because you always need a squad on. You always need a squad on, and I'm like, all right, probably the most I can get is like 1 or 2 people, and like these competitive shooters have like 4, 5, 6 people most of the time.
You're not wrong.
But we'll see. But all right, man. All right, that's cool, man. And as for me, the only thing I've been playing was Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. I'm probably not gonna finish this game before Paper Mario comes out, because it's a huge RPG, man. I think I'm at the end game though. I'm on chapter 17 now. For all we know, there's probably like 30 chapters, but I think like the average play time's like 70 to 80 hours. So I still probably got like maybe like 10 to 15 hours left, and then the expansion DLC that they released for the remaster version of it, I heard it's about 10 hours. So Other than that, I probably have like about 25 hours left of this game before Paper Mario comes out. So, woohoo, that's fun for me, dude.
Gotta love that.
All right, then, let's get into the quick news. We have 2 quick news right now. Obviously, the first one is Paper Mario the Origami King. We got new info release. Basically, the turn-based combat is supposedly more puzzle than the actual combat, like the previous game. And supposedly, it's going to be an open-world game than the chapter-based, like the previous game, which I'm probably going to have to play that for myself, because the past 2 to 3 Paper Mario games, they haven't really been the greatest, obviously, in the community, even though I do love Super Paper Mario, but some people are like, you know what, that's like, no, that's where the franchise turned to, like, horrible. That's the franchise that killed it, man. Like freaking. Oh, I'm pretty sure you heard of like the backlash of like Halo 4 when that first released, huh?
Yes.
Halo 4, then Halo 5, and then here I'm sitting. I'm like, I actually enjoy Halo 4, man. I mean, Halo 5, I can agree I don't like, but I'm like, Halo 4, I actually enjoyed Halo 4 a lot.
I mean, it wasn't bad, but it was just like I was expecting a little bit more, from all the hype that they were putting. So.
Yeah, and especially since Halo 3 came out in 2007, and then Halo 4 came out December of 2012. So basically, most people didn't finish the campaign till like the start of 2013.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I just like bad games. I'm not sure. Maybe that's the problem with me. Maybe.
It's not your fault. It's their fault.
Yeah, for real. All right, then. Let's see. The next quick news is Ghost of Tsushima, which ironically releases the same day as Paper Mario the Origami King. Have you been interested in Ghost of Tsushima, the samurai game from Sony, or not?
I see. Okay, I saw a little bit of it, and it looked interesting. Like I don't really get intrigued from just like games like that, but for something about this game gave me a little bit like I actually would play this game. I'd actually give it a try, even though I don't know anything about it at first. So I mean, shoot, maybe that might be a cop first day it comes out. Or You know,
Yeah,
I'll probably
because
link to it.
I seen some Twitter posts that some reviewers already got the game at the 1st of July, and that the embargo goes up on July 14th, which the game releases on July 17th. So it kind of reminds me. Have you ever played like the Legend of Zelda series or like an open world type game like The Witcher or no?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I had played. I had played The Witcher.
Oh, okay, okay. But you said like you're not really like that's not like your like your go to T, right? Like the open world games or like stuff like that.
Well, for open world, I have a specific. I guess I'm very picky with open world.
Mm-hmm.
So like Skyrim, obviously everybody loves.
Yeah,
But,
everyone loves
yeah,
Skyrim. It's gonna get ported to the PS5, Xbox Series X, just like GTA 5, bro. Let's go.
oh my god, when they showed that logo, I was like, yes, GTA 6 or something.
Yes, I know. And then we're hyping it up too. They're like, we're gonna show you our first look from one of our partners. We see the Rockstar logo. We're like, oh my god, dude, Rockstar, dude. They're actually gonna do it. And then GTA 5.
And I was like, oh, I walked
Oh
away.
yes, dude. I'm like, all right, then there we go, man. Let's go. GTA 5, man. Released back on the 360, PS3, 2011, 2012. Boom, Series X and PS5 in 2021, man.
Gotta love it.
I love it. But yeah, that's gonna be all for the quick news that we have for today. And now let's get on to the main subjects of today's podcast, which we already introduced, is Ubisoft's new Battle Royale with supposedly Twitch integration, but the only Twitch integration that I've seen is the drops. I'm not sure if there's any like gameplay mechanics on it.
Okay,
or
yeah.
There is.
Oh no, there's totally gameplay mechanics. I've actually experienced them myself as I was watching streams earlier today.
Oh really?
So basically, this little thing pops up on your stream that says, "Oh, vote for the next event in the game to happen," and the events would be health kits being spawned on random places, revealing players around the location, and this goes for everybody in the game. So people actually vote real like in live time, like what should be happening. So it'd be revealing people, med kits, infinite ammo, energy spikes, which is like I guess it's a specific thing in the game where energy depends on how much you jump something.
Yeah.
Low gravity and then high gravity. There's just it's just like those types of events that you can vote for as a viewer. To happen in the game.
I actually did not see that because I've seen a couple of streams. I went to Cypher stream, I went to Dr. Lupo's stream, and I went to this one random Spanish stream to try. Like I was just trying to see what the gameplay was, but like I guess I hopped in at the wrong time. I guess I hopped in the wrong time because I was literally trying to find. I'm like, okay, what is Hyperscape's Twitch integration? The only thing I'm like, okay, maybe the only thing I saw was the that they're gonna do the drops. I'm like, but you said that like you can spawn the medkits and everything, right?
Yeah, so like you'll be able to decide which events happen in the game, and it also gives you the streamers like leaderboard, so you'll be able to tell like who's in first place and then how many kills they have, and then you could check out their streamer loadout, and it'll tell you exactly what they're carrying. So like what gun to have in their hands, what like abilities.
All right.
It just it tells you a lot more information.
And no, go on.
Oh no, it's just not as much as you thought. Like when it comes to integration, I was thinking like, okay, everything you do matters. Like the players can either like decide, okay, like what map or what part of the map gets shut down. Like I was thinking like integration, like they really have to make a big impact, but it's just like
a big impact, but it's just like basically like healing items and weapons.
Basically. Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right, I'm probably gonna have to look more into that because this game it does look kind of hype, man. It does kind of look hype. It reminds me the graphics of Overwatch for some reason. It has like the same overlays like of the weapons and everything, but like the combat, I feel like it's like Call of Duty and like I don't know, like PUBG or like CS:GO. It's like weird, or like even Titanfall 2.
I was just gonna say that. Okay, like right here, I just gotta. I'll even send you the screenshot of what it shows me. But it's saying like vote for the next event. And then it's giving me infinite ammo event, a reveal event, and then cooldown accelerator event. So pretty much, just like I said, you can they'll be able to get infinite ammo, reveal each other's positions, or the cooldown, which spawns cooldown accelerators that reduce hack cooldown time. And you can vote for these events to happen in the stream. So I don't know if it's like worldwide or I guess game wide, to where like another streamer has it too, or if it's just like your viewers are the only ones voting for it.
Probably just the viewers, because I'm pretty sure since it's in closed beta, obviously they have like different servers. How much is the player lobbies in it?
I think it's honestly I don't even know, but so far I've seen maybe like about I'm gonna guess like maybe 50 because the
Mm-hmm.
games usually don't last that long, but the gunfights do last a good while because
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I was just gonna say Timefall too. When
Yeah. Because it
they're
like
just
the
jumping.
because they're jumping here, they're freaking. I didn't see anyone wall run like in Titanfall 2, but I'm like it kind of did remind me of that a little bit too.
Yeah, no, you could parkour in this game. Like you could just jump from like ledge to ledge, and
Mm-hmm.
then he'll climb up every time. But while running, I haven't seen
Oh.
it yet. I mean, that'd be interesting for them to add that. But
Okay.
um, but yeah, like
All
you could,
right.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Um,
All right. So Hyperscape. All right. This is okay. This is one thing I kind of want to talk about, and basically they're doing the same thing like Valorant. They're having Twitch drops. The Twitch numbers right now for the streamers are off the chain.
yeah,
I think I saw it peak at 400,000 viewers. Maybe it peaked out more. Maybe that's when I checked that. When I checked at work. Maybe the big streamers didn't quote unquote get on. What was the peak that you've seen this game go on Twitch right now at the moment?
well, right now it's at 88,000. But it is
88,000.
it is during
Okay.
like
Yeah, it
nighttime.
is during nighttime right now.
But,
Yeah.
in the morning I did see like 700,000.
700,000. Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was like
I seen 400,000 when I checked that. I think I checked around 12 p.m. I think, and I saw like 400,000.
oh, okay. I checked like in the morning before.
Oh
I
yeah,
passed
like
out.
it basically like when it first released, right?
Yeah,
It released like at 8 a.m. right? 8 a.m. 9 a.m.
I thought it was 9 a.m. But maybe
Okay.
it might have been 8 a.m. But I
Yeah.
just remember waking up. I'm like, wait, the game came out, and
Mm-hmm.
I was just confused.
Okay, so they're basically doing these Twitch drops. Do you think that people are gonna make like a million accounts just like they did with Valorant to get a Twitch drop, and then basically you think this game is gonna have a hook more than Valorant? Because I see Valorant kind of like falling off right now. Like with the big streamers, it's been falling off, but obviously there's still like many people playing it competitively. And I
Yeah.
believe they did have their first official tournament, quote unquote official tournament last week. I think it was about a $50,000 prize pool. I think last week.
Oh, yeah. I
Saw,
think I heard something about that. I
yeah,
didn't. I don't remember it. When was it? What was it?
I
No,
think
I
I think
think
it
it
was
was.
a $50,000 tournament because I saw it on Twitter. That supposedly they did have their first tournament. I think the peak viewer amount was like around 80,000, which is pretty good, obviously.
Oh
For
yeah,
the
no, you're right. You're right. Because I remember Ninja was playing in that.
Ninja was playing in it.
Yeah, he was in that tournament.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because they did have their first tournament. Obviously, it's a decent amount for a game that literally just came out. Like I'm gonna say, like 2 months now. Valorant has came out.
yeah, 2 months.
2 months, and obviously, dude, the hype was there, dude. Valorant, I think I went. It was like at 1.8 million viewers on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like when it first came out, I'm like, dude, and I think the reason that people like clinged onto this is because the active community in the CS:GO, especially, is still huge, even though that game came out like 15, 18 years ago.
Wow.
So I think that's like one of the reasons that like so many people were hyped, and obviously it kind of reminded of like Overwatch also, because you do have heroes, you do select heroes, you can't choose the same hero as like your teammate.
Yeah.
You can't choose the same hero, so it's like an Overwatch and CS:GO mashup when I saw it. And then I heard people like they were like making fun of the graphics, like, oh, it doesn't look good. This is Riot Games game. Like, what? Why did the graphics like this? And then also I gotta remind people, I'm like, look at CS:GO. It does not look like the best game in the world, and look how many people still play it competitively.
Exactly.
Like, it's weird, man. It's super weird. But yeah, man, do you think that Ubisoft's new battle royale? This is an Ubisoft game, so Ubisoft is mainly known for their single player games. Why do you think that they wanted to make a multiplayer game? Do you think it was just to get to the battle royale genre and probably like introduce like a battle pass and like skin mechanics to get the live service going?
Honestly, oh my back. Honestly, I feel like it's just like, okay, so obviously Valorant, they released the game during quarantine when everybody was just like, like where's the new games at?
Yeah, where's the new game? Yeah.
So they did a smart move by releasing a free to play game, mind you, and the whole drops and
The whole
hyping it up.
drops and everything. Yeah.
So, and I guess Ubisoft saw that, like, oh my god, they actually succeeded in making a lot of money because the game got really overhyped. So I think they're trying to do the same thing, which is why they just released it out of nowhere, I suspect.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was planned. I'm not sure. I don't have my sources for that.
Yeah.
But
I mean, It probably I think it was just planned maybe as a single player shooter, because obviously I'm pretty sure no game developer could make this type of game in like a span of like 5-6 months, like with like the stability, the graphics, the movement, the gameplay mechanics. I'm pretty sure they probably had this as a single type player game with like a story. You know how you like your Call of Duties, your Halos.
Yeah.
And I guess they saw that, like, you know what, Valorant's falling off a little bit. You know what, we'll do the same thing as Valorant. We'll do Twitch drops and everything. We'll freaking promote big streamers, and basically just have the game like that.
Yeah, that would be the way to do it.
Yeah, pretty good marketing if you say so, right?
Yeah, and it's just to get their name out there too. Like they did a battle royale. I mean, Call of Duty. I would never have thought they would make a battle royale until they did it for Black Ops 4.
Until they did it with Black Ops 4, which Black Ops 4 didn't really impact as much as people thought, right?
Yeah.
Man, dude, the Call of Duty battle royale for Call of Duty Black Ops 4, it was like almost non-existent, man.
You were not wrong.
Because it wasn't free to play. Because you had to buy the full game, and then you could play the battle royale version. With Warzone, for Call of Duty Modern Warfare, you don't have to buy the full game. You could just download the free version of the Warzone.
True, that is true. Yeah, so that's a big mistake there that they did.
Yeah.
So
and it also helps because Ubisoft's first party games like Watch Dogs 3 and like the other type of games they were doing, they got delayed till like 2021, 2022. So this is Ubisoft's, I believe it's first game released this year.
Oh yeah, you're not
I believe
wrong.
it's his first game released this year, because supposedly Watch Dogs 3 / Watch Dogs Legions was supposed to release this year. And another game, I forget what it's called. I think it's called Gods and Monsters, I think. Like a single type player game was supposed to release this year, but I think it got delayed till next year.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did delay a lots of games, and then they probably had this shooter game in the works, and then they were like, you know what, we're probably going to turn it into a battle royale, boom, promote it. I did hear that it's going to come to consoles, so do you think that's a mistake that Valorant's not going to... You think Valorant's going to go to consoles, or you think it's just going to stick to PC?
Well, it was rumored that Valorant is going to get moved to consoles eventually, which I mean, I find weird, just because it does have a lot of abilities in the game, but it's just like saying like, okay, Overwatch has abilities in the game too, so they'll have to just figure out a way to make it where it feels right.
Yeah,
and then once they do that, then they'll probably announce it. But until then, I don't see it on there, because like people get confused on the basic abilities alone. So on PC, so.
You think that's why they don't have controller support at the moment? Because they don't know how to like balance out the controller options for it?
Yeah, most likely. And not to mention, this game it's like CS:GO, the reason why that's not on, like current gen consoles.
Yeah. It's
just because, the game uses okay, would you rather go against a player who knows how to snap to you quickly, or a player that has like, that slow aiming control, like that console aiming, compared to like PC aiming where they could just move barely left and it'll just
the tragic aim assist.
Yeah, that's probably what they're worried about the most.
Okay,
but I personally don't know. I mean, if they want to make it to consoles, that's good for them. It's free anyway, so people are pay for skins.
Right.
But for this game, I mean, I could see it being a console game too. It'd be interesting to see how they handle it, but.
Or you think they're probably gonna wait it off to next gen consoles? Cause freaking what's it called? Apex Legends. So it's pretty decent, but like I haven't really. The only people that really play Apex Legends is on PC. I haven't really seen that many people playing on console. But like games like Fortnite, the main console of it is obviously the console, right?
Yeah,
because there's so many casual players playing Fortnite on console. Like people be saying, "Oh, PC players, boom, they're the most popular ones." But like, the most people that be bringing the money in for Epic Games is console.
Yeah, I mean they're not really wrong. I mean there are a lot of PC players as well, but they're also console players. You know how they have like that specific mindset where they're like, "Oh yeah, I'll never switch to PC," and then
yeah.
Like I know a few, like they'll just spend their money for console because they won't ever get a PC, or they'll just get it like later down in their life.
Yeah, they'll probably get it because they don't want to like do the big commitment, right? Because like PCs are not really cheap. They'll like to get like a semi decent PC. If you build it yourself, and you get like all the parts like like each individual part. If you spend your money right, you could get a pretty good PC for like maybe like 1,100. Like that's just like if you're super lucky. But other than that, you're probably like looking at like 1,800 or more minimum.
True. Yeah, like mine was 1,800 base, so it's a costly endeavor, but no, but they're not wrong. Console players do spend a lot of money.
Yeah, they do, man. They do. FIFA Ultimate Team, boom, there.
Oh, there you go. See?
FIFA Ultimate Team, dude. FIFA Ultimate Team. But yeah, and also, Call of Duty released a 200 players battle royale game mode, limited time. I honestly don't know how the hell they're gonna make that run. 200 players. Like, dude, their storage size to download the game is like 250 gigabytes right now, I think.
No way.
Which is almost, it's a fourth of a terabyte. It's a fourth of a terabyte, dude. And they keep adding these updates. I'm not sure if like they don't know how to compress the game well, but I think the last time I checked, Call of Duty right now is about 220, 250 gigabytes.
Oh my god.
And isn't this new Battle Royale game in Valorant like maybe like 20 gigabytes or lower? Or is it more?
I think it's 20 or lower.
Like 20
maybe even 25.
Yeah. But yeah, Call of Duty, dude, 250 gigabytes, man. Dude, I've seen so many memes on Twitter that like, dude, I had to delete all my games from my Xbox and PlayStation library just so I could continue playing Warzone. Because it's so freaking huge, man.
It's too much, but I think that's what they're doing on purpose. They're making the game purposely a big game, so you have to delete other games to play their game. And then I feel like that's what they're doing, which is very scummy. You know,
Yeah.
I stopped playing Valorant. I mean, Valorant.
Oh my god, he confirmed. Nah.
No, but I stopped playing Warzone.
Warzone.
I'm not trying to download an update. Even if I did, that's just there's too much. There's no storage left on my console. For that.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm not gonna waste my time on it on PC just because it's like, come on, it's 100 gigabytes on PC alone, and then with the extra added that you just said, it's like, yeah, no, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing that I find funny right now, Fortnite has been almost alive for like 3 years, and I believe the total storage for Fortnite is like about 80 gigabytes if you want to download it right now. On PC and on consoles, like 60, I think.
Yeah,
so it's not like high like Call of Duty, but like I'm saying, I'm pretty sure that's probably because they don't know how to optimize the game. Like they probably have like assets in the game that they don't use, or I'm not sure. Maybe they just they dump everything in and they don't want to compress the game. Like let's take look. Here's a good example. Like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. It has 76 fighters, over 1,000 soundtracks from all the different types of games, about 100 stages and everything, and the total gigabytes for that is 18.
Wow.
18 gigabytes for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate that has over 1,000 soundtracks, 75 fighters, with their specific movesets and everything, different costumes, different stages. You could toggle off the stage hazards and everything is like 16 gigabytes at the end of the day. Or do you think that like Nintendo knows how to optimize their games, so it's not like a super huge like download size?
I feel like they just optimize it because like can you imagine like a 200 gigabyte game on the Switch? It'd probably kill the Switch. It'd probably kill the Switch.
It'll probably kill the Switch, huh?
So they probably just made it. I mean, they did it smart. You know, it's like not too much space, so you still have other games to play. I mean, it's Nintendo. You know, they're really focused on
the main party games.
Yeah, so they don't really worry about the other ones, but you know, the other consoles they worry about you know themselves and the company that they
exactly.
So Sony thrives on Call of Duty, same as Microsoft. So they want to make sure that you know, we don't care how you optimize it, but make it really good.
We just want your game on the platform.
Yeah, that's pretty much. They don't give a shit about the other ones. That's what I think anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so speaking with that, Apex Legends, they did confirm that it's going to come to the Switch in fall.
I heard that.
How do you think Apex Legends is going to run on the Switch? Since we're talking about battle royales and everything.
I mean, I've played the Switch, and I just don't see it. I don't see the control for it.
I mean, it has Fortnite. I'll give you that Fortnite, when it first released, it was the best looking Fortnite on the Switch. after like season 7, Fortnite on the Switch runs like at 20 frames per second.
Oh my god!
And right now with Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3, the lowest that you get is 15 frames a second, and the maximum you get is like 28 frames a second.
Ew.
So can you just imagine playing Fortnite on the Switch where you drop off the battle bus? I personally have experience with this because I still have Fortnite on the Switch. I just want to meme, right? I just want to see like how the game runs, everything. Dude, when you jump off the bus, nothing of the map is like loaded. You have to like wait like 10 to 15 seconds after you land for like just a specific area that's loaded. So how do you think that Respawn is going to port over the Apex Legends when they originally said that Titanfall 2 was unable to run on the Switch? And they're the same creators of Titanfall 2 because people wanted Titanfall 2 on the Switch, but they flat out said Titanfall 2 cannot run on the Switch. And Lord and behold, Apex Legends is coming on Switch in fall with cross-platform play.
You know, I don't understand what they beat. I think they're just doing it just to make the audience grow for them, but it's just gonna mess the game up. You know, I mean, I don't know. Their game is trying to die. They're trying to die. Their game is dying.
They're trying to die.
I feel like they're just trying to die. Okay,
yeah,
they're just trying to. No, but I think they're just trying to increase their audience, but at the same time, they're gonna piss off the audience. I mean, that's why it's gonna be free.
Yeah, that's what, obviously.
Titanfall, Titanfall you have to pay for, but if it's a free game and you're pissed off at it, you're gonna be like, okay, I just want to play the game.
I'll just deinstall the game and everything. Boom, it's done.
But I don't know what they're trying to do. Like the PC port of Apex is so bad. Like I find games quicker on my freaking console than I do on the PC version.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, like what's up, PC Master Race? What the hell? And that's everybody. Like I literally searched it up, and people are just saying like, yeah, the PC's version of Apex is garbage. You can't find a game, and when you do, it's like the game lasts shorter than the freaking game finding. Like it took it took 25 minutes to find one game, and I died right away.
You died right away, and boom, your 25 minutes was basically for nothing.
Yeah, like if I'm gonna die, at least let me fucking play like every 3 minutes. Jeez.
Let me at least get like 2 to 3 kills.
Yeah, like it just takes away from the hype, and it's just like,
yeah,
I didn't uninstall it yet, but I feel like uninstall it just because of that specifically. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. Honestly, I really don't know how they're gonna do it. But if they could pull it off, shit.
I mean, we have The Witcher 3 on the Switch, and it runs well. Yeah, the graphics aren't great, but overall, the frame rate of The Witcher 3 is solid.
Right.
So I'm not sure which studio is gonna port it. If it's the same studio that's gonna port that ported The Witcher, I'm pretty sure they're gonna have a decent time because because they're also gonna port over Doom Eternal, which came out in March to the Switch. It got delayed because they were trying to fix out the bugs for Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
And you know how Doom Eternal, like, if you shoot the demon, boom, they're like, some parts of their body falls off and, like, the graphics and everything. So they delayed Doom Eternal. We still don't have a release date for Doom Eternal on the Switch. And then, have you ever played the Outer Worlds or no?
Outer Worlds? I think I actually have that game on my PC, yeah.
Oh, okay. They ported that game released on the Switch at the beginning of June. And if you look at footage, it's at 500p. And the textures are like pretty bad.
Ooh. So
people, and mind this game came out October, I believe, of last year. And then right now you can probably find it on discount for like maybe like $20-30, right? Maybe?
Yeah.
And then right now on the Switch, you have to pay a full $60 for the Outer Worlds. And it's at 500p.
Really?
It's at 500p. 500, 600p. Best.
Wow.
So, Apex Legends on the Switch, I'm pretty sure... Yeah, I mean, if they could optimize it, I mean, they have Call of Duty on the DS. I mean, I guess that's something if you want to have a game on the platform. Activision had Call of Duty on the DS, if you don't remember that.
Oh, yeah, no, I remember that. Oh, man, that was funny.
Oh, man, dude. But yeah, dude. But yeah, Battle Royales. We have been releasing Battle Royales ever since H1Z1, PUBG, and Fortnite. Those are the major 3 Battle Royales that I consider. Yeah. Fortnite, obviously, is still the most popular one, even though most people saying that it's dead. Obviously, it's not dead. Obviously, it's not dead. People are still buying the skins. People are still watching YouTube videos. Dude, they still have promotions. They have promotions with Aquaman. They have promotions with Marvel's Avengers. They have Batman also in there. Dude, they have Ninja. They have Marshmallow. They have so many crossovers that I'm pretty sure Fortnite's probably gonna, if they keep up the pace, they're probably gonna live out for like another 5 years.
Yeah, most likely.
But do you think there's too many battle royale games in the space, or do you think that it's good to have a different selection of battle royales in the market?
Well, honestly, for me personally, I mean, with all the games, dying and then living, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, H1Z1's currently dead.
Mm-hmm.
The games are just toxic now. But
yeah.
With that being said, it's always nice to have a bigger, I guess, scale of battle royale games. Like, I wouldn't mind it. But I mean, if they could afford to keep the game up running, I guess, it'd be nice. But some battle royales don't deserve to be made. Like, what one? Well, screw Fortnite for once and for all.
Oh, you just made the video get disliked bomb, man. Thank you.
Right, you're welcome. No, but I'm just saying, like, I haven't seen a crappy battle royale game yet.
Mm-hmm.
But if they ever do make one, people will tell them. Like, people are not shy when it comes to like telling you how a game is, especially nowadays.
I'm surprised you didn't hear of this one battle royale where it charged you money to play a match.
What?
There was this battle royale that charged you money to pay him to get him to go into a match, and if you win the match, you get another free token to get to another game.
What the heck?
Let me see if I can find it. Let me see. I think it's called the Uncalling. I think. Let me see. The Uncalling. The Calling or the Uncalling. One of those. I think it's something like that. Hold up. Oh man. I think this was I think it was in the news about 2 months ago. I'm surprised that you haven't heard of it.
Maybe
or the Calling. The Calling. Let me see. Is it called the Calling? Yeah, the Calling. The Calling 2, I believe. The Calling 2.
The Calling 2. I think. Yeah, I heard about that. Actually.
Yeah, the Calling 2. Yeah, the Calling 2. I think it's. Yeah, look right here. The battle royale, the Calling returns with a ridiculous new model, and it was only released on Xbox One. This game started on Steam, but they returned with the Calling 2 only on Xbox One, and you had to pay money to get into a game, or you could buy the weekly pass of $7.99 to have unlimited amount of games.
Wow.
Oh, and it wasn't free to play. You had to pay $6 to get into the game.
Really?
You had to pay $6 to get in the game, and you get one match a day for free. But if you die, let's say you die, like right off the bat, like most Battle Royale games, right? You will have to pay them money to get tokens. I believe it was like $5 for like 3 tokens, or if you wanted to play unlimited, you had to pay them $7 a week.
Oh my god! Man,
I'm surprised you haven't heard of this. The Calling. Yeah, because when you say, oh, well, like if the battle royale comes out like garbage, like people will call it out. Dude, people called out this game. Whoo, man, you should have seen it, dude. You should have seen it.
Well, that just proves my point.
But you do think that it's a good option to have like different shooter battle royales, right?
Yeah, I mean, there's always because you don't always want the same shit, Apex is not the same from Fortnite, and Fortnite's not the same from Warzone, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
And then, Warzone's not the same from PUBG, and PUBG's not the same from H1Z1, even though some people kind of argue it is, but maybe. But there's always something different about it, and that's what makes it a different game.
Yeah, I guess so, man. I guess so. But yeah, I guess that's it for the Battle Royale genre. We'll probably see the Switch explode when Apex Legends comes out.
Right. I will say, though, if you make another damn game that has building in it, I will hunt you down.
I will hunt you down.
And I will take over your chair, and I will slap you.
Dude, if you look at Fortnite Season 1, Fortnite Season 2, people did not build at all. It was basically like a Battle Royale, just like H1. But then people are like, you know what? If I put a wall, the bullets can't go through the wall.
Oh man,
Oh
yeah.
man, but yeah, try casual going to Fortnite right now. Oh man, good luck, man. Good luck. You just
Like
hear
I still,
you hear keyboard smashing or your controller go. You're just moving like that, man.
I like I still play that game
Uh huh.
occasionally, but it's just like it's not as bad anymore. But it's
Mm.
just annoying now that I can't get into a single gunfight without somebody having to build a wall because they don't know how to shoot
Mm.
somebody.
Or they just
Because
build up like 4 stories high, and you're like, oh man.
yeah, but when it comes to actually like a shoot battle, oh, they can't aim for shit. So I know why they're building because
Yeah,
they can't shoot.
exactly. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
how it is. That's that. That's why they suck.
Ah man, but yeah, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll see. Who knows? We'll probably get on another podcast. Boom, another battle royale by some unknown publisher will probably come out, and then people will have Twitch drops, and boom, that'll be the hot topic of the week.
Right. They should make uh shoot. I mean, I wouldn't mind a Star Wars battle royale. That'd be interesting.
Star Wars battle royale.
Yeah, a fucking lightsaber in the middle of the map.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody tries to get that. Just starts
Mm-hmm.
swinging. Maybe
Yeah,
I
just
die
start
somewhere.
swinging. Yep. All right then, but yeah, that's gonna be it for the first topic, and now let's move on to let's say the encourse of the podcast. Let's move on to The Last of Us 2 Aftermath and Opinions, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a spicy meatball. It's been we're recording this podcast on Thursday night. So tomorrow, The Last of Us 2 has been released for 2 weeks. And I'm pretty sure you've seen all the backlash, all the praise, all the masterpieces, all the garbage, everything that people have been calling this game.
Oh, I've seen everything inconsiderable to this thing.
Mm-hmm.
I watched one of my favorite content creators live stream it, and
Yeah.
I always watch him because you know him, Angry Joe.
Angry Joe, yeah.
I've watched his live streams of it, and I could just see the pain in this man's voice, like just playing this game and just watching it. And I saw his review. He definitely had a lot.
I need to see the review. He uploaded like yesterday. I think he uploaded like pretty nighttime, like around 8 p.m. yesterday. I'll probably watch that after the podcast.
Oh yeah, I suggest it. It's really funny because you could just see the pain in my voice.
You can see the pain that when he's trying to
hated.
Oh, he hated it. Okay.
Oh, of course he hates it.
Like,
it's
so
an average.
He's not like IGN that gave it a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. No,
because IGN doesn't know how to review games. So, yeah, no, he gave his real critical thoughts on it, and I just remember watching the same scenes he put up on the review, and I'm just like, yeah, the only good thing I liked about the game was when he killed Abby, just by making her jump off the cliff. That was the only good thing about the game.
When they killed Abby, because Abby lives in this game. If you didn't know that.
Like he killed her, like he made her jump off a cliff and she died.
Okay. I see. Like when you're playing the sections as Abby, you can like throw yourself to the infected and like basically. Okay, I get it.
And then this dude literally killed her, and he said, "All right, guys, that's the review.
Over. The game's over."
And I was like, man, I wish that's how the game was, because that's how much shit. But I hate the game. I've seen everything about it. I mean, the only thing I like about the game is obviously the graphics.
Mm-hmm. It's a good looking game. It's a good looking game.
Yeah, it's always been a good looking game.
Yeah. Have you ever played the first one or no?
I have played the first one.
You have played the first one, okay. Because obviously, I just been a Nintendo and Xbox like quote unquote fanboy, even though I'm not really like one of those hardcore fanboys.
Yeah.
I seen a full walkthrough of the first Last of Us. It was pretty good. I mean, I liked it. I mean, the gameplay probably wasn't the best gameplay, but obviously that's like back in 2013. And right now for The Last of Us 2, I watched a walkthrough by the Rad Brad on YouTube. I'm not sure if you. I'm pretty sure you know of him or not.
Yes, I'm subbed to him. Yes.
Yeah, the Rad Brad. I seen him do a full walkthrough of it. I literally just finished the walkthrough on yesterday.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I'm like, okay, I can understand why people hate it. I can understand why people will probably like it. But for me personally, I'm pretty sure my opinion's not worth like all those people that played the first Last of Us that were super attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, just watching the playthrough of the Rad Brad, honestly, I think the game's like a 7 or a 7.5 out of 10.
Not that far from Angry Joe's rating.
Okay.
He gave it a 6.
He gave it a 6.
Yeah, and that's like the nicest thing he could do for it. He probably would have given it like a 4 or a 3. I don't know, because he only gave it a higher rating because some of the aspects from the first game that he noticed that were off, they changed and made it better in this one. So that's why he gave it a better score. Okay. But obviously, he even said that he waited. He and everybody else that loved the
Waiting for
first one, they
7
waited
years.
7 years to play as the people they love, only to find out that they just die within the hour of playing the game. So
Yeah, within the first 2 hours, Joel died.
and I saw this one good quote from the game. Like, if you want a really honest opinion about the game, he said, and I quote, "Never have I seen 75,000 people watch me play a single game and be very happy to see me kill a character in the game." Obviously Abby.
Yeah, obviously Abby.
So to see that just shows you how the game is. Like, that's how much people hate it.
Yeah.
They'd rather you cheer killing this bitch, that killed your two favorite. Well, didn't kill Ellie, but killed pretty much all your favorite characters.
She had the chance to kill Ellie, like 2 to 3 times,
and she did it.
And
it's like, why didn't you do it? And
then Ellie had the same opportunity 2 to 3 times to kill Abby, but she gets a flashback of Joel, and boom, Abby lives.
Yeah, I'm just like, okay, so we just wasted our whole damn week of trying to finish this just for you to be like, nah, it's okay.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense. That's bad writing right there. I don't know.
I mean, I could understand where Naughty Dog is coming from. I mean, I've seen a few podcasts that they appeared, like in Kind of Find the Games. They interviewed the voice actor for Ellie. They interviewed the voice actor for Ellie, Joel, and Neil Druckmann, which is the writer and director of The Last of Us 2. And they interviewed them, and you could say that I don't know. I mean, they obviously do defend the game because obviously they've made it, right?
Yeah.
But they understand they straight up said, we know that the fans of The Last of Us 1 are not gonna like The Last of Us 2, which is obviously the first 2 hours of the game. You're probably wondering, okay, all right, who are we controlling? We're controlling this woman. We're going through a snowstorm. You find Joel, and then 20 minutes later, boom, shotgun to the leg. Joel basically is in a horrible spot. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, maybe if I was more invested to PlayStation, which I'm probably going to get more invested to PlayStation when the PlayStation 5 comes out. But just me looking through, like, the window, I guess you could say me looking through the window. I mean, The Last of Us 2, I mean, it looks great, which I'm pretty sure most people are like, okay, you know what? The game looks great. Boom, boom, boom. The gameplay, it was improved from the first one. Not dramatically changed from the first one, but it was slightly improved from the first one. But obviously, The Last of Us hasn't really been a gameplay type of game. It's been more of a focus story, basically. Do you think the leaks hurt this game? Do you think this is why so many people hated it, or no?
Wait, for the what was the reason again? Like, why would they hate it?
Because this game leaked out a month and a half before the game was released, and the major plot points that was released from the leak was Joel dying and some parts of the ending.
Oh.
And so many people were boycotting the game. You know what? I'm not going to purchase this product. Why would you do this? Blah, blah, blah. And then some people didn't really want to play the game because obviously they saw one of their favorite characters die from the leak. But come to surprise, The Last of Us 2 is the best-selling PS4 exclusive of all time with 4 million units sold in the first 3 days.
Yeah.
So I guess the backlash didn't work. I mean, it's the same thing like for Pokemon Sword and Shield. It had a tremendous backlash. Not all the Pokemon from all the generations are in, but Pokemon Sword and Shield, it's at 11 million units sold. So I guess the backlash doesn't really help, but I don't know, man. I mean,
I've heard, like people did boycott it once the leaks came out, but then some people still wanted just to see because they were hoping it'd be like a valuable death, like an honorable death.
An honorable death, yeah.
But then when you see the death, you're just like, what the fuck? Like, what's honorable about that? You just killed him like he was just a regular NPC that probably did something bad.
Yeah.
And then that's when they were really pissed off. Because they're like, not only did you kill him, but you killed him in the most stupidest, disgusting way that would
imaginable.
Not his character.
And you had Ellie right there basically suffer watching him just lose the last of his breath, too.
Exactly.
And also, did you realize that the Abby sections of the game were more fleshed out? Like the gameplay and the cutscenes were more fleshed out than Ellie.
And I noticed that Abby got more stuff than Ellie.
She got more stuff than Ellie. I feel like the whole Abby section, if it was a standalone game without The Last of Us in it, I feel like this game probably would have been a pretty good game, like maybe like an 8 out of 10. But since they incorporated the Abby story, the last, I think it's around like 12 to 14 hours of Abby and only like 8 hours of Ellie.
Yeah.
Because they want you to, I guess, build a connection with Abby, which I'm pretty sure most people didn't want to build a connection because the first 2 hours of the game, it's controversial.
Oh, yeah. But they just do it too early. Like, you can't build a character that literally just killed off your favorite character and then you expect them to just be like, oh, do you love her now? Like, no, you just killed my favorite character. Why the hell would I love this person?
Yeah, but then they throw you the reason. Oh, the reason she wants revenge is because Joel killed the doctor from the first game to save Ellie. But did you think that they just threw that in? Because the doctor in the first game was just an NPC. You didn't really care. You didn't really care about him.
Oh, no, yeah, they just threw that in. They just wanted to add bullshit. It took them 7 years to do it. So, yeah, they just did it to throw him in. And, I can't wait to see if they are going to release any DLC because I can guarantee you that nobody is going to want to buy it because they're going to what are you going to show us? You're going to show us Ellie just fucking choosing to walk away again, like the 1,000th time?
Yeah.
I don't even know. I honestly don't even know. They really messed the game up. And is the game going to have multiplayer? Like, did the game have multiplayer when it came out or no?
They actually cut out the multiplayer. It was originally going to have multiplayer in release date because look, remember, this game was originally going to release in February of this year.
Okay.
And then they delayed it till May 29th. And then they delayed it indefinitely with no release date. But then when I think that they delayed it back in April. So they delayed it. They said it was originally going to release in May. First, it was February 20-something. They delayed it to May 29. And then in April, they say we're going to delay it. We don't have a time frame. And then surprise, after they announced that this game had no time frame, the leaks happened, basically. And then 4 days after the leaks happened, Naughty Dog's like, you know what? We're releasing The Last of Us. Boom. Boom. Was it June or July? I can't even remember. June, right? June 20-something?
June
17? June 17? June 22nd? Like the third week of June, right? Third week of June.
Yeah, third week of June.
So, yeah. They did... And also, that was part of the leak also. They showed some multiplayer version of the leak. Alpha footage. But Naughty Dog did not release the multiplayer for this game. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to release it maybe like 6 months down the line. Maybe when the PS5 releases, they'll probably release a PS5 Deluxe Edition with the multiplayer and the story in it.
Yeah.
Possibly. But if they do DLC, what DLC do you see them doing? Because the ending of The Last of Us 2, basically, Abby gets everything that she wants. She does get a few like knife cuts here and there. But she escapes with Lev. She escapes with Lev in the boat. And Ellie is just left alone. She lost 2 of her fingers. Dina is not in the house no more with the baby. So basically, at the end of The Last of Us 2, we just see Ellie just open the fence and wander off. What DLC, if they do plan to add DLC, do you think they're going to add an alternate story where Ellie does get her revenge on Abby? Or do you think they're going to continue like a DLC after The Last of Us 2? Or do you think they just wait till The Last of Us 3 or not even make a game at all?
Honestly, if they're going to, if they ever do the alternative story, that'd be kind of funny. But I think it's already too late for that.
Yeah.
I feel like this DLC would just be like, oh, where did Ellie go after that? Like, is she trying to find Dina? So they're probably going to make it to where she's just going back to Jackson. So you have to you have to travel all the way back to Jackson without a horse. And it's just probably gonna be like cutscenes. So like you'll travel a certain place, or you'll travel to a certain place, and then there's gonna be a cutscene about you suffering. To speed up the process, and then it's gonna end, and then you're gonna be at another town or a place of location to loot, and then you just be, I don't even know at that point. It's honestly they left it where it's like, what kind of deal?
Where do you continue from here, huh?
Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, they kind of fucked it up, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's gonna be a controversial. It's still a controversial topic, which is strange that we're still talking about it, even though it's already been released for like 2 to 3 weeks. And I'm pretty sure we're still gonna be talking about it for like maybe like the next 3 months.
Yeah.
And man, do you think that? Do you watch the Game Awards at all or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, let's say obviously this game's probably going to be nominated for the Game of the Year with Final Fantasy VII, Doom Eternal, and Cyberpunk 77, right? Most likely.
Yeah.
What do you think happens if The Last of Us 2, by some miracle reason, wins Game of the Year?
People are going to riot.
People are going to riot.
They're going to riot.
Or do you think... I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's like a weird controversial topic because obviously the game devs, they work their butt off. They crunch for this game. I'm not sure if you read reports of the crunch mentality, the crunch not mentality, but the crunch workforce that they had. Mm-hmm. I believe they were working like 60 to 70 hours per week just to get this game finished.
And they still made it shit? Damn.
And they still... I mean, I'm pretty sure some people will disagree with you, but...
I mean, there's always been people that disagree with you.
Yeah, obviously the internet doesn't like agree 100%. There's always going to be one person or a group of people that be like, you know what? I think that this game is a masterpiece. There's no problems at all.
That's all fine.
The writing is perfect. Nothing can change.
Nothing can change.
Nothing can change.
Well, see, if you like the game just because you like the way it looks and all that crap, that's on you. But if you say, if you're gonna sit there and tell me that the writing is great, you are a fool. Like anybody with the right set of mind, even other creators I've read, said that the writing was poor. Like, Game of the Year does not mean poor writing, because if they're gonna give that game of the year, then give every game of the year, because like, why should that game get Game of the Year? I don't care how much they worked on it. If you still couldn't provide a 10 out of 10 product, why do you deserve Game of the Year? Because that's such a high award.
It's a high standard. Like, everyone in the industry is gonna look at you.
I mean, shit. You got your game leaked this year, so I mean, you're not really that good if you get your game leaked.
Yeah.
And even as a company, like, come on. And also, it's just like they don't deserve it. Now, I'm not just trying to hate just because I mean, the game is pretty fucking shit, but I don't think it deserves Game of the Year because just the writing. The writing was so bad. Everything else was okay. I mean, I could see it. Like, some parts were not really good, but it's not enough to where like, oh, what the hell. But the writing was so terrible. Like, you expected us to be embezzled in a character that you just literally just showed killing our main character.
The main character from the last game that you build a connection with.
And then it just be like, oh yeah, do you like this character now? Like, no, dumbass. You literally it's like you just killed one of our family members. Why the hell would we like somebody else? Are you stupid? And that's why I'm like,
you went through the journey with Joel with, like, I think in game time, Joel's journey was like 30 years in the game, right? I think he was like maybe like 25 years old when the infected outbreak started, where he lost his daughter, and then like 20 years passed, and then he gets a second chance with Ellie.
Yeah. And
then we build up the character with everything else, and then just in the second game, I know like some people saying, oh, you know what? Maybe Joel left his guard down, because like Joel in the first game was not trustworthy to random civilians, and in this game, he just helps Abby out, like in the affected, like just saves her, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess you could say, oh, if you see somebody like in trouble, you save them, but you still, maybe you could convince them to join like your group, right? Your clan or something. I mean, that's some parts that I've heard about say that, oh, why did Joel didn't have to die like this? Because in the first game, he was always strict with his position. He wouldn't just give his position away. Oh, my name is Joel. Our settlement lives over here. This is my brother Tommy. Boom. And boom. They recognize the name of Tommy and Joel, obviously.
Yeah, exactly. But even then, it's like, okay, like in the game, like, you expect that Ellie, with all these years of surviving, you think she'd be like knowing how to do stuff.
Yeah.
But in a game, she'd still be making mistakes, like typical ones that she made in the first game, and you're just like, didn't you learn how to do any of this? Didn't you learn this? Same with Joel. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
even
yeah.
though he is old, so maybe his views have changed a little bit, but
Mm-hmm.
he still didn't let Ellie out in the open because
Yeah. He
he
always
didn't believe that.
restricted her in the like those jobs that they did, the routes, right?
Yeah, so it's like, well, how should I be any different from himself? Like, just if it's just like if you're gonna have like the same like protective thing, you have to keep it at all times. You don't just keep it for one person. That's just not Joel.
Yeah.
He was like that for anybody. Even like the one character in the last game, the female, he was always telling her not to do it alone.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. They never give out their names. It's what I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Poor writing. If it was great writing, then we would have understood immediately why he did what he did. But there's no explanation. There's just, okay, I'm Joel. Oh, you are? Dead.
Boom. Yeah, exactly.
So I mean, come on. Like, if you're gonna say that's good writing, then you're just dumb. I mean, let's be honest.
What are the chances that Joel and Tommy just found her in the blizzard?
That too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this woman was traveling to find them, or to go to that little outpost, and she just happened to find them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, really? Like, without any leads, just let me just walk a certain path and then I'll find them. And then it just happens to be Joel and Tommy right there at the right time.
Yeah.
And then you're telling me that this bitch didn't even get, like, have you seen the scene where she's just getting like the fence part where everything's just trying to grab her, and she just somehow escapes without getting grabbed until like the very end where he's like right there.
The very end. Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, that's not how it works.
Okay, now speaking to that, basically Abby, she's a tank in this game, obviously, right? She's a big tank, and the thing that I've been hearing around is that people saying that people don't like this game because of Abby and like how like she's built. She's not like a typical like woman, right? She's basically she's built up with the gym. And people like, I don't know, I've seen this, I'm not sure if you've seen this too, but like some people are saying, oh, you just hate the game because of Abby and how she looks like.
I mean, Abby looks like a girl, in terms of like the facial features, but I mean, the whole thing I hate is just like, you made it look like she's like this fucking tank, and it's just like, that doesn't make sense, because this bitch wasn't even, she was still a female, I assume.
She still is a female, but I guess she just got buffed up by the gym because like.
Wait, did you not see the sex scene?
Oh, with Owen, that was a unnecessary scene, in my opinion.
No, obviously that was unnecessary, but she's a dude, because like that scene, like there's nothing there, like the chest wise, there's like nothing, like it's like zero, and it's just like, people they're thinking that she's like a trans or something, but aside from that, it's just like, how can she get so buff when Ellie and Joel have been doing this for years, longer than that girl has? Like how did they trained exactly the same, and then it's just like, how come Ellie's not all buffed out? How come Joel isn't buffed out still? Like, he couldn't even handle two damn NPCs grab his arm, like, so. What makes her? Why is she so special? Like, that's my point. And even the game logic, like when there was like when it was showing the scene about like, how they get all their food and all that stuff, people were saying that's not how it would work in real life. So why are they showing it like all bullshit in the game? Like, you're just trying to really make us believe that, oh yeah, she got all her protein from all this and makeshift fucking farm in a damn stadium.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think there's that many animals that you could keep in that kind of condition. I don't know. It's just like,
it's a weird situation, right?
It's little things that they picked out, which I was just like, oh shit, I didn't even notice that. But I don't know. I mean, she's a funny character to play with, I guess, if you're just trying to like use your fists, because she could literally knock a damn zombie out.
She can knock people out. She can snap their neck, dude. Dude, she bit Ellie's fingers off, which I find like, I'm like, dude, is that even like, I kind of like tested like a little bit, like just on my finger. I'm like, okay, how much force does it really need to like bite off two fingers? Because she bit off two fingers. She didn't bite one by one. She bit both of them off at the same time.
Well, it's not so. I actually researched that way like years ago, and it said like you can actually bite your fingers off unknowingly, but it takes a certain amount of pressure. But your brain and just your body, it just knows that, oh, these are my fingers. So if you bite it, you're not gonna bite it off. But if it's somebody that is like a threat to you, you'll bite. You'll bite it off. Like, people bite, their ears, or they'll bite pieces off their skin. It's like that. Yeah. Like, you need that kind of strength. But yeah, our fingers are. You could break them. You could snap your finger right now. It's like fucking snap it in half and break it.
Yeah.
So it's just like that. If you put enough force into it, and if you actually mean it, you could do it. Like if I was in a pissed off mood and I bit my finger, I'd probably bite it off.
Yeah.
But it's just nasty thinking about that, so I'm not gonna think about it. But,
yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I don't. She must have been pissed to like bite off the finger because they said it's like your fingers are like paper thin, I guess, or
paper thin. Yeah.
It's like biting a fucking. I don't know. I guess think of like a hard candy. Just think of it,
Butterfingers.
Yeah. Bite it a little bit hard enough, and then it's like that. You could just.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, we'll probably be talking about this game for like probably like the rest of the year, probably, right?
Most likely.
I mean, do you think this game is still? I mean, the sales dropped off by 80% in the second week. What do you think this game is gonna sell? Like, I'm pretty sure it's gonna come to the PS5, like no doubt, right?
Oh yeah, no doubt. It's a Sony exclusive.
It's a Sony exclusive game. And The Last of Us 1 sold, like, I think it sold about 25 million, but I think the only way it got there is because they bundled it with the PS3, and they count those sales in the PS4. They counted those sales, like those bundle sales.
Yeah.
So maybe organically, the first Last of Us probably sold maybe like 12 million, and then maybe like another 13 million with the bundles. Do you see this game going to like a 20 million unit seller?
Perhaps. I mean, it really depends. I mean, if they're gonna enhance it for the PS5, then I can see it. But if it's just gonna be the same port and then they're just gonna port it to the PS5, then okay, it's just gonna be like nobody's gonna be hyped up for that, and then even still, people are still gonna be pissed off about it. So they're not gonna buy it again unless something really, I don't know, unless they put multiplayer with the PS5 and then they'll add it eventually to the PS4.
Yeah.
Then maybe they'll sell more, but I don't know, to be honest. It's a tricky one, especially since they didn't really plan to release it.
Yeah. But where do you think Naughty Dog goes after this? Do they go back to Uncharted? Do they go back to that one animated game? I forget what the anime. Jak and Dexter, I think, is the other game that they made. Do you think, or do you think they make a new IP after this?
No, it's a good question. Well, they finished Uncharted, and Jak and Dexter. No, that's done. I remember. I think I saw a tweet.
Oh, that's done.
The developer said that they're finished with Dexter. They're happily finished with the game, and obviously this game. I don't know with this game, but if they do make another IP, it will probably be. I hope it's better. But
what genre do you think they're probably going? Do you think they stick with the same shooter adventure style like Uncharted and Last of Us?
Most likely.
Most likely?
Because every other game that they have is mostly shooting as well. But they'll probably do it like in maybe a futuristic type game. Perhaps either a futuristic type or like a... trying to think of genres. Or maybe just be like just story-based and then... Or not just story-based. Maybe just like a multiplayer co-op.
Co-op game.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, man. But all right. So, final verdict. What do you give The Last of Us 2? With everything in mind, I know we said our scores, but like the final score and the final reason you think, like as a recap, what do you think The Last of Us 2, like score-wise, and the main reason it deserves it? What do you think?
It gets a 0. No, I don't hate it that much. Honestly, I have to agree with Angry Joe. I give it a 6 just because they do still keep. I mean, you still get those little scenes about with Joel and Ellie that still makes you reconnect with them. But like I said, it gets ruined by the fact that Joel's dead, and then you just wish that the game was more like this. The visuals look great. Sounds amazing. But the reason it gets a low rating for me is just because the writing was pretty bad for me. I mean, it's not the worst, but it really kind of messed up. It's messed up compared to the first.
Okay. And you played the first too, right? So like you have more opinion than me that hasn't even played the first one.
Yeah, I mean, I love the first one. I bought it for PS4 as well, but. And then it doesn't have multiplayer, so that just gives me knocks off a point right there.
Yeah.
And it got leaked, so I mean, it just kind of ruined the hype a little bit too. So you would think they'd do something about it, but they just said, fuck it, we're just gonna release it now.
Okay. All right.
But it's just like they tried really hard And not that I hate Abby, it's whatever, it's a new character, but she's a bitch still for killing Joel. But if they would have made it differently, like they would have made it, and Angry Joe says it too, and I agree with it because it's a good story.
Yeah.
If they would have made it to where if Abby and Ellie became friends first, and then they suffered through hard times, and eventually Abby finds out that who Joel is,
who Joel is,
then maybe I'd be like, oh hell yeah, dude! Now it's all fucked up because now they know who they are. But
now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. This whole circle connection is connected, not just like randomly thrown in.
Yeah, so it's just like they could have done it differently. So that's why it's going to be a 6 for me.
All right.
And maybe in the future if they release a better DLC, I don't know if they do something with it. Maybe I'll make the rating better. But until then, I don't even know. I don't know what you can do after that.
Well then, all right. But for me, I'm gonna say I'm gonna give it like a good score of 7.5 out of 10. And I know this is like crazy from a person that doesn't even own a PlayStation console. I haven't owned a PlayStation console since the regular PSP, which has been like probably like 10 years now, I think. Like 10 years now. Like I've just been mainly a Xbox gamer and Nintendo gamer. Obviously, I do watch the walkthroughs on YouTube and everything. Dude, God of War 2018, that was like my favorite game of the year, and I didn't even own it.
Wow.
Dude, I feel like that was like one of the best games of 2018 was God of War.
No, God of War was pretty good.
Yeah, but for me, I'm gonna give it a 7.5. Maybe it'll change if I actually played the first one and actually played the second one physically. But just for me, in my opinions, the gameplay, I mean, they improved it slightly from the first one, which I will give them credit. Obviously, the graphics, the sound design, everything else, it looks pretty good. And, I mean, the story, I mean, I guess it does make sense. I could relate with the people that do love the game, like 10 out of 10. I can see their point, why they agree with it. But for me, I'm like, okay, maybe I didn't like the outcome at all, but I could understand where they're coming from. Like the final battle between Abby and Ellie, I saw the leak of it, like where Ellie remembers Joel's in like a flashback, and then she lets Abby live, right? And I was like, what the heck? I'm like, why did she do that? And I guess the context of it, like Abby didn't want to fight. Like obviously when she freed her, right? She didn't want to fight, but then Ellie's like, you know what? If you don't fight, I'm gonna kill Lev. Which has been, and then Abby was like, you know what? He has nothing to do with it. But she's like, you made him go through it.
Yeah.
And then I guess I kind of understand, like slightly a little bit, like why she lets her live. Because obviously Ellie could have been dead in this game like 3 times before Ellie could have killed Abby. So I guess I kind of understand where that comes from.
Yeah.
But maybe my opinion is like a little bit weird. Like I said, I haven't played the first one and I haven't played the second one. I've just seen a walkthrough of it. But I don't know. Maybe if it does release on the PS5, maybe I will pick it up by myself and I'll probably maybe give it a lower score. Possibly. I'm not sure. I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see.
Definitely have to see.
We'll see, man. And speaking of giving it to the next generation console, man, I know you're mostly a PC and a PlayStation gamer, but we are going to be talking about the Xbox presentation that's going to be coming out this month, man. The Xbox Inside. Hopefully it's better than the last one they did, the quote-unquote first gameplay reveal event, and then all we saw was trailers for the Xbox.
Yeah, gameplay.
First quote-unquote gameplay, and we just saw trailers, man.
That disappointed me.
Dude, it disappointed me too, man. I'm like, dude, I was like, I mean, I didn't like skip out the day on work to see it because I was like, you know what, I'll see. I already knew that they were just gonna announce third parties because they did confirm for that event that it was just gonna be third parties, so I didn't really expect anything. But I guess some people ignored the fact that it was just gonna be third party. They didn't know it was just gonna be third parties. People expected like first party games, second party games, like major ones, and then all we got was just trailers and trailers and trailers, and then the Assassin's Creed Valhalla quote unquote gameplay was just a trailer.
Yeah. So bad.
But yeah, the Xbox presentation, supposedly the rumor is it's gonna come out July 19 and onward. obviously it could come out earlier or it could come out later throughout the month. But yeah, Xbox and their representative, they did say that they effed up when they said first gameplay next gen reveal. They did admit to their fault. That said that they overhyped it and that they will promise a better experience for this event. Which I mean, the past few E3s of Xbox hasn't really been great. Like, me as an Xbox fan, like, it hasn't made me, like super hyped, man. I mean, I own an Xbox and I only own, like, maybe, like, 5 games for it.
Oh,
for the Xbox One. For the Xbox One. And I know probably some people are like, oh my god, dude, he says he's an Xbox fan, but he only has 5 games? Yeah, I only have 5 games. The only games that really interested me was Halo 5, what's it called? Dead Rising, which I didn't... Dude, I thought Dead Rising was an Xbox exclusive, but it's actually on PS4 too.
Yeah.
I legitimately thought Dead Rising 3 and Dead Rising 4 was an Xbox exclusive. But then I found out, I'm like, oh my god, this is on PS4 too. But I guess all the marketing's on Xbox, which I always thought. I'm like, okay, maybe just Dead Rising is an Xbox IP. So yeah, I bought Halo 5. I bought Dead Rising. Obviously, the infamous Minecraft. You can never go wrong with Minecraft, man. You can never go wrong with Minecraft, man. I bought that again for the Xbox One. And
check out Minecraft Dungeons.
Minecraft Dungeons, I actually downloaded that on the PC, not on the Xbox.
Oh, okay.
I've only played it about 2 hours of it, and I haven't went back yet.
You hate it?
I mean, it's good, but the thing is, like, I haven't really played too many dungeon crawler type games, which is basically what Minecraft Dungeons is, like Diablo.
Yeah.
I mean, the game, it looks good. I mean, I'll play it, but like for me to like get fully invested to like I'm invested with Halo. Yeah. Like Minecraft Dungeons, I mean, I did pick it up. Maybe I'll finish it later down the line. But yeah, like those are the only games I really remember that I physically purchased for the Xbox. I mean, I bought Titanfall 2, which, dude, Titanfall 2, dude, underrated, man. Oh man, dude, I freaking love that game a lot, dude. It sucks that it didn't sell well, dude. That's the problem. Which is why Respawn basically made Apex Legends, because Titanfall 2 basically didn't sell.
It's sad, you know.
It's sad because it was such a good dude. People gave them so many recommendations because Titanfall 1 was just a multiplayer game, and then Respawn actually made an amazing story with Titanfall 2, and then just for the sales to not support the work that they did. Dude, I kind of feel sad. We're probably never even going to get a Titanfall 3.
Yeah.
We're probably not even going to get a Titanfall 3. And you can quote me if I'm wrong. Wasn't Titanfall 1 just an Xbox console release? If I remember correctly?
I think so. I don't remember.
I think Titanfall was originally just on the Xbox. And then at the end of the life cycle of Titanfall, then when Titanfall 2 was announced, they released Titanfall for the PlayStation 4. Yeah. And then when Titanfall 2... I think Xbox had the marketing right for like the first 3 months, and then they released it for the PlayStation. Mm-hmm. But yeah, man. I mean, dude. Dude. I wish hopefully we get a third game in that series. But yeah, for the Xbox presentation, I mean, the only thing I look forward to right now is Halo Infinite. Obviously, that's the major IP that everyone's looking at, right? That's what Xbox is known for. We got Master Chief. And basically Forza. I personally don't like racing games. Do you like racing games at all or no?
Not really.
No, not really?
Yeah, no.
So yeah, the major IPs that are Xbox right now is Halo, Forza, Gears of War, obviously Minecraft, and the other dead IPs that they have, like Fable, Banjo-Kazooie, and like other stuff. Perfect Dark too. But yeah, man, what do you think, as a PlayStation fan, as yourself and a PC person, do you expect anything like major mind-blowing like the PlayStation 5 event? Or do you think that it's just going to be your normal E3 presentation for the Xbox event that's going to come up this month?
Well, I would hope that they do something major, because obviously after the last one, people were like, screw you.
Yeah.
And it better be something major. I mean, it's not just because, you know, I want it, but because they have to. Because after the EA play,
Yeah.
people were so mad.
They
like,
were
people
mad
were
with
just,
it.
like,
And then the
done.
Sony presentation where they revealed all the games in the first party, dude, that was such a positive reaction. And I congratulate Sony on that. That was a pretty decent presentation.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted GTA 6, but I'll take it.
I wanted GTA 6, but we got GTA 5, man. But yeah, man. So let's say in the Xbox event, we get Halo Infinite gameplay, actual gameplay, like maybe like a mission, right? Maybe like 15 minutes. We get Halo Infinite. I don't think there's going to be another Gears of War, because Gears of War 5 came out, I believe, early last year. So I don't... They did say that they're going to port over Gears of War 5, so I guess we're going to have a Xbox Series X enhanced version of it. Forza, obviously, we're probably going to see Forza. Dude, racing games look so good because obviously I don't know why it makes them so good. Maybe just like the racetracks and everything, like the simple graphics of it.
Yeah, it's just the graphics. Makes you feel like you're actually there.
So
like when I saw the Forza trailer, it was pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, so let's say Microsoft. Let's say they just announced Halo Infinite, Forza. Have you ever played what's it called, Hellblade? Or no?
No, I've never played Hellblade. No?
So, okay, let's say they show Halo Infinite, Forza, Hellblade, and a dead IP. Let's say Fable. Let's say they resurrect Fable from the grave. Let's say they resurrect Fable from the grave. Do you think those 4 games, and maybe like some third-party stuff, maybe some... They do have the rights to Cyberpunk marketing, but obviously that's going to come out to the PC and PlayStation, obviously. So let's say they do have some third parties like Cyberpunk, Assassin's Creed. Do you think those 4 games, Halo, Fable, Forza, and what was the other game I said? Halo, Fable, Forza, and Hellblade. Do you think those games are going to satisfy the people of this presentation? Or do you think whenever if we do see this presentation with these 4 games, do you think people are just going to say, oh, the Sony one was better?
Well... I guess it just depends on what they're going to show, but I would hope that they do something where it's memorable as a good way, and not obviously it's a bad way.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it's enough games, honestly, to be shown. But obviously we are in the middle of a pandemic, so this is pretty much what they can do. So I guess people are going to be able to they're going to be like, okay, it makes sense why you just showed this much.
Yeah.
But like I said, they better present it in a good way to where people they don't feel like they've been cheated of just waiting for another letdown.
Another letdown of the event.
People were trying to shit on Sony for not showing anything because they weren't ready, and they waited and then they did a good presentation. So it's like
they did a good presentation. They announced their console, 2 consoles, a digital version and a disc version, and that trended for like a week. Nothing on my everything on my Twitter timeline was PlayStation 5 related.
Exactly.
Man.
So, I mean, Microsoft needs to pick up the pace when it comes to listening to the freaking consumers.
Yeah.
But
they did purchase 6 new studios because I believe when the Xbox One, I know you said that that Phil Spencer hasn't really been a good role in Microsoft, but I feel like the original guy back in 2013, that famous phrase of saying Xbox One is only online, and then some person asked them, oh, what happens if people don't have good internet connection? And then the guy was like, we have a console for you. It's called the Xbox 360.
Oh my god, yes. I remember that. I'm like, yep, they will.
And it came out more expensive. The Xbox One was $500 and the PS4 was $400.
Yep.
So I feel like Phil Spencer, he's redeemed the Xbox brand, but not to the major high standard that most people expect, obviously, right?
Yeah.
He's been to Japan, he's been to everywhere. I mean, heck, Phantasy Star Online 2, that was only a Japan exclusive, and people thought, oh, when is it? I mean, there are some people that were dedicated that over here in the West, and they're like, oh, when is this game going to come out? And Lord and behold, Xbox brought it. They ported the game over. So, I mean, like you said, you want the presentation to be memorable, right?
Yeah.
So, but I think Halo, Forza, Hellblade, and let's say Fable comes back from the dead. I think that, dude, they need more first-party studios. I think they have about 13, 14 studios right now. They have 13 or 14 studios, but like the only memorable games that we know are just Halo, Forza, and Gears, which is kind of sad if you really think about it. Like the PlayStation library, right?
Yeah.
Like the PlayStation library, you're like, oh, we have Spider-Man, we have Last of Us, we have Uncharted, we got the third-party exclusives like Final Fantasy. Obviously, Final Fantasy VII is going to come out to the Xbox platform and PC, but obviously PlayStation does have the 1-year exclusive. But dude, they need to show at least like 7 first-party games, 7 first-party games, and maybe like 2 release days. Because I believe the only game that's going to release with the Xbox Series X is going to be Halo Infinite. Because Halo Infinite, 343 Industries, I know people hate them for what they did with Halo 4 and Halo 5. And like me personally, I believe Halo 4 was good. And I do agree Halo 5 was bad. Halo 5, if you look at the old trailers, they were false marketing, dude. False marketing.
Yeah, it really was.
It was straight up false marketing. People wanted an adventure with Master Chief. We got introduced with the other Spartan, Agent Locke, and basically the whole epic cutscene of Master Chief walking through the desert, and basically showing the cutscene that Master Chief is pointing the pistol at Agent Locke, and then at the end of the game, we just play at Agent Locke for 13 missions, 12 missions, and Master Chief was only 3 missions. And I understand why people hated it. I kind of hated it too, but I'm like, you know what? I like the gameplay focus of Halo 5, not necessarily the story.
True.
So, Halo 5 is probably going to be release day. But as the other IPs, like you said, there has to be something memorable. I mean, if they show Forza and Gears, let's say they show Gear 6 magically somehow, but I don't think they're going to show Gear 6. Like you said, I feel like that's not going to be a memorable presentation. They need something else.
Yeah.
They need something else to it, dude. I mean, how long do you think this presentation is going to be? Like, Sony's was like 1 hour and 15. Do you think this is just going to be like a 30-minute presentation or like an hour presentation? Or what do you think the correct time frame to make it a memorable presentation to you will be?
Maybe just 2 hours.
2 hours?
Yeah.
How do you expand to 2 hours though? Because Sony was only like 1 hour and 15 minutes, but they kind of went through it quick. They did explain some parts, but they just blasted through information.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. You don't have to rush it. People take their time. That's what we're here for. We're here for information to see. We're not here to just be like, okay, it's just a quick video, and then okay, because we didn't wait all this time just for a little quick. Oh yeah, this is what we're showing. You could literally just post it right now, and then we'll just watch it. So that's what I'm saying. You got to explain it. Like the EA Play conference. Yeah. Stupidest thing ever. They didn't explain anything. It was just a quick, not even an hour. It wasn't even an hour, and people were just
How long was it? I didn't even see it. I just saw just the reports of it.
It was like 48 minutes.
48 minutes?
Yeah, and I'm just like, man, you could have just uploaded a video of this, and we could have just been over with it. But you made us wait a whole month just for a stupid 48-minute, and you said it was gonna be like an hour to 2 hour max, and it's like, what is this?
And like the best things ever, huh?
Yeah. So like I said, they half-assed it, and then they got the response for it. I even tweeted out about it because I was that pissed off about that. So, I mean, come on now.
Yeah. So, do you think that Xbox is gonna learn from their lesson and show actual gameplay, or do you think they're gonna show 60% trailers and like 30% gameplay?
Well, it is Xbox, so
you never know, huh? You never.
Yeah, I never know. I hope they do, but
yeah, I feel like if they go to a deep dive of gameplay with Halo 5 and let's say like a resurrected series like Fable, I'm pretty sure more people are gonna be understanding to it, right?
Yeah.
Man, I mean, we'll see, man. We'll probably do a reaction to the Xbox presentation if you're down.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I think we talked about that. I'd be so down, dude. I did that with the EA Play.
So you can expect a live reaction whenever that event is released, right here.
Right here
on the AgentZy Intel channel, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. All right. Let's get on to the next subject. That was a little good bite. The other thing, Xbox related. Sony has 2 consoles, right? The digital edition and the disc edition, right? Mm-hmm. Supposedly, the rumors is that we're gonna have 2 Xbox consoles first. These rumors have been alive for like a year and a half, but nothing has been shown. And the first people that showed 2 consoles was Sony.
Exactly.
So do you think that if Xbox does reveal, let's say in this event also that they reveal the second console, let's say a digital edition like Sony, right?
Yeah.
Do you think people are gonna say, "Oh, they just copy Sony"? They're gonna have 2 consoles. They just copy Sony. What are they doing? Or do you think it's gonna be a good marketing? Because supposedly the Xbox Series S is what supposedly the code name is. Yeah. Is rumored to be around $250 to $300, supposedly.
Huh.
And these new next gen consoles are supposedly going to be $500 to $600. So let's say the digital edition of the PS4 magically is $400, and let's say the disc version of the PS5, I said PS4, PS5. The digital edition of the PS5 is $400, and let's say the disc version is $500. And let's say the Xbox Series X, it does have a little bit more power in it. So let's say the Xbox Series X costs $550. Do you think the lesser version of this Xbox, supposedly the rumor out there is $300. It's a 1080 to 1440p machine. It has the same graphic motherboard, the same chip, everything that basically what makes it the next gen console Xbox, the next gen console Xbox. But the limitation is just going to be the graphics and the frame rate. Do you think a frame rate of 60 FPS and 1080p, 1440p for the Xbox Series X, do you think that's going to be a good dip to next gen? Or do you think people should upgrade to the true next gen of the $550 console?
Well, honestly, it's I guess it just depends on everybody's point of view at that point. Like for me, I mean I know I'm gonna get it anyway, but I don't need to just because I have a PC that surpasses both the Xbox and
the PlayStation
PS5.
5 too. Yeah.
So, but I'm getting it just because I have friends that are always gonna stay on console because they can't afford. I guess they can't afford the PC, but it's just too much work.
And then some people like, you know what? I don't want to commit to it too. They have all their platform. They have their specific platform. They don't want to like have a big PC under the desk and everything.
Yeah, and then you have to maintain it.
You have to maintain it. You have to dust it out because if you don't dust it out, you can say goodbye to your graphics card.
Oh yeah,
you can say goodbye to it, man. But yeah, a $300 version. I mean, I feel like that's a pretty good move. Let's say it is $300. People are going to be like, oh my God, I could get a quote-unquote next-gen experience if I do get the Xbox Series S. But also, the other problem that happens with that, Xbox did confirm that all their Xbox Series X games are going to be supported on the Xbox One for 1 year. So do you think people are just gonna stick to their regular Xbox One that they got from 2013 and play Halo Infinite like at 20 frames per second?
You'd be surprised. Some people actually will be doing.
Some people will try. Some people will commit to that, huh?
Yeah. So you're gonna have people from all types of, I guess, walks of, purchasing the Xbox, and same with the PS4 or PS5. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have people that just want the cheaper version, even though it's not really, might not be a big difference to them. But same thing with the Xbox. If they release one that's like less, they'll probably still get it. Just because it's like the new thing.
Yeah.
There's gonna, might be something different about it that the Xbox One doesn't have, and then they're gonna want to change to it. Same thing with the PS5. But we don't even know anything about the consoles yet, so it's hard to tell.
It's hard to tell. It's hard to give like a final stance on it.
Yeah, I could just give like a maybe perception of like, what would come.
Yeah.
Like if the PS5 were to offer like, obviously, what can I offer? Let me see. If they were to offer
PlayStation Now?
No, well maybe not. Maybe that too, but like something new, like new to the whole console thing. Not even like PlayStation Now, but like if they were to offer like a new feature that you can only do for a PS5, then obviously people are gonna be like, oh yeah, that's next gen, so we'll switch because of that. And then some people are they'll probably just stay until it's on sale, or they'll probably stay on a PS4 because to them it still feels like it's new because people they're still releasing games for it.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's the same thing that I thought about when I got the PS4.
Yeah.
And people were still playing on a PS3. I'm like, why are you playing on the PS3? You fucking simps. I'm just kidding. But it just made you, made you think like, well, what's the reason they say it on the PS3 and not the PS4? So, you're always gonna have different types of people, purchasing it. So I'm sure we're gonna get the people that still have the PS4 until the day they stop supporting it, and then they'll get a PS5. But by the time they get a PS5, PS6 is gonna come out. I don't fucking know. I don't know what the hell they're. How long this is gonna go on for?
And also one fact is that people don't really understand. The most major fan base of the Xbox and the PlayStation are like the sports games and the shooting games.
Yeah.
Why do you think Call of Duty and like FIFA sell like 30 million, 40 million units, and like The Last of Us 2 or like Halo 5 only sell like 5 to 6 million?
Exactly.
Like obviously they're gonna keep porting those games over to the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So like you said, people are probably not gonna make the transition until they fully stop the support for it. Maybe like 1 or 2 years. How long was it the PS3 and Xbox 360? Like 2 years?
Yeah, I think it was 2 years until they actually shut it down.
Until they shut it down, right?
I think so. Maybe 3. I'll give it 3.
Yeah. Okay. So they're gonna keep porting these games. And also, did you see this? I also saw this one article, which I probably should have put it in the quick news. But you know what? Since we're talking about like ports and everything, supposedly the next gen games ported are gonna be $70 instead of $60. Because they did a listing for NBA 2K21.
Yeah.
The PS4 and the Xbox One version is $60, and you gotta love the marketing. The marketing for 2K that they said for the PS5 and for the Xbox Series X, next gen gameplay, graphics, and enhancements for a raised cost of $10 more, making the retail price $69.99, basically $70.
Just to have it ported.
Just to have it ported to the next game. So let's say Call of Duty, whatever the next Call of Duty game is released on the Xbox One and PS4, $60. And then the next quote-unquote next-gen enhancement is $70. Do you think people are going to incline to spend the $70 on it?
Oh, some will. Some will buy it. Now, is it justified? I don't think so, because it's like, I don't honestly know. These companies make so much money, so it's just another way to make an extra buck.
Yeah.
But I don't think it's right just charging an extra $10. I mean, some people are going to be like, oh, but it's just $10. Yeah, it's just $10, but some people just don't want it. They shouldn't have to spend the extra $10. You already bought the console, and you're expecting them to pay an extra $10 for a game that doesn't even cost half the price on like the PC, perhaps.
Yeah. And also those third-party games go on sale so quick, man.
Yeah, exactly. So, why make the extra effort? If anything, it's just like, if you want to get more money, just make the game less price, and then more people are gonna buy it. I mean, I don't know why they're always trying to go for the higher route. Like, people don't want to pay more for less, even though it's not really paying for less, but it's just like another marketing tactic. Let's just make an extra $10, and it's a fucking sports game. You're making more money off the sports game than people do playing the damn thing. So it's like,
exactly.
Why even charge them the extra $10? You're gonna make it from somebody buying their stupid fucking packs or something. I don't know.
And also, there's also a meme with the sports game. It's the same game, just ported with different rosters.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, it might be, because it's like, I see people always like talk about it, like, oh yeah, whenever EA says, oh yeah, this is a new feature in the game, people say, no, that feature's been in the game, but you took it out, and then you're just putting it back in.
You re-added it like 2 to 3 years later.
Yeah, like that's why I don't play sports games. Like, and if I do, I buy them like when they're like $5.
Yeah, exactly.
Because it's less like, are you kidding me? Like, people spend like $100 and more just for upgrading a character, and I'm just like, bro, it's a sports character. You want to upgrade? Use that money to buy fucking gym equipment and gym stuff to like make yourself upgraded.
Or actually spend the money on like a good first-party game.
Yeah, that too. Why even bother wasting your money on a sports game? I mean, they're not boring. I'll give you that, but it's just like, just buy the game and then that's it. You don't have to, I don't know why you're spending the extra money.
I mean, so let's say I guess they do the upcharge game, right? I mean, I guess I could understand because obviously the games that are made today are vastly different than the games were made like 10 years ago. So people are like saying, "Oh, the production value went up, the programming went up. We had to do more effort, so the reasonable price of $10 more is justified." So do you think that games should cost? Do you think the game should stay at 60? Because I've heard some people say that they are willing to pay $90 to $100 for a game.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with them because it's like, okay, if that's so true, if it's like the production value goes up and stuff, if that's really true, how come the same companies haven't gone bankrupt? Because they made more money off it. So,
I guess you could say. And also, like, most games are introducing microtransactions, which are absolutely insane. Like, why would you have microtransactions like in a first player, like a story game? Like, like I don't know, like those, like that's weird, right? Why would you have microtransactions in a single player story? Oh, just to get more XP or like get better weapons at the start?
Oh, it's super weird. I don't know why they would do that.
I know. I mean, I guess that's why EA makes like billions and billions upon dollars, because like there are people out there that will probably spend like $10,000 on FIFA Ultimate Team, which is kind of sad. But I mean, it's your money, so I guess you could do whatever you want with it. Because there are some people like that. I spend this amount of money and I'm getting my enjoyment time out of it. So you can't argue with them if they're enjoying it.
Yeah. Can't argue it.
You can't argue, but you're like, man, you just spent like $10,000. You could have spent that $10,000. You could have invested it in something, or you could have like bought more decent games and actually supported companies that did better quality products.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could do with the money, and people would just be like, "Yeah, just waste."
I'll just buy some packs of FIFA or NBA. Oh man, but yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for the Xbox Series S. And the last topic I want to talk about is going to be the potential that E3 would have probably ended around this time, right? E3 was usually like the second, third week of June, right? But right now we have Summer Game Fest, which started about a month and a half ago, and Summer Game Fest is not going to end until August. Do you think Summer Game Fest is going on too long, or do you think it's like okay that we're getting gaming news? Let's say we get one game news a week, just like how they announced like the new Battle Royale that Ubisoft did, or like Crash Bandicoot 4. Like, do you think that Summer Game Fest is lasting too long? Or would you rather have the E3 style of like 2 weeks of gaming news and that's it?
I honestly would like the E3 style, to be honest. But I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird time this year, just because
especially this year. Obviously, it's the exception. We are struggling around the world with the pandemic going on. So I understand why they're taking this approach. Obviously, you can't have like 30,000 people in the convention center. You can't have that. You can't have that. And obviously some people, you don't know who's sick, obviously. You don't know who's sick, who's infected. Obviously this is the more safer route, which I do like that they do have gaming news every single week. But then sometimes whenever I see the gaming news, I'm like, oh, I don't like, oh, okay, whatever. It's like, it doesn't interest me. Like E3, you're focused on that 1 week. Okay, when is Ubisoft presenting? When is Xbox presenting? When is Nintendo presenting? Are we getting any Sony news? But I don't know, man. I feel like Summer Game Fest is lasting a little bit too long. It hasn't really been the hype that Jeff Keighley has made it out to be.
Oh yeah, I guess with everything going on, I guess the hype died. You know, everybody's just disappointed with everything getting canceled.
Yeah,
like I wanted to personally go to E3 this year.
Oh, and same.
But obviously,
it was canceled.
We talked about this.
We literally talked about this
last year.
Last year, dude, that's crazy.
Like, I remember I'm like, yo, we should meet up whenever you come down.
We should meet up for this E3, and look what happened.
Oh my God.
Man, do you think there's gonna be E3 next year, or you think that companies are gonna be like, because E3 costs money for the publishers to go through, right?
I mean, it does cost money.
Like I heard, like, dude, it doesn't cost like $10,000. It costs these companies like $100,000 minimum just to participate in this event, to have their booths in there.
I mean, it does cost a lot of money, but at the same time, I think the payout is better because if they really want to advertise their game and actually show you,
Yeah.
uh, then uh, then it's just going to make it seem way better when it comes to like you physically going there, because then you feel like they actually gave a shit to,
Mm-hmm.
take the time to like show you the game and explain to you more in person. You feel more uh personal with it
Yeah.
compared to like, oh yeah, just telling you online, oh yeah, this game is this, and it's like, okay, whatever. Not really hype after that. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know, there's just a different feeling to it.
The overall
and
impact is different.
and then it's not even just about the E3, it's like just games. You get to talk to people there and meet like fans
Yeah.
of the same, so it's just a bigger experience overall compared to just doing it online, where it's like, okay, you only care about one thing, and it's just like what's going on, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's it. um
I mean, I don't know,
but
man. I mean, I kind of feel like E3 is not gonna happen next year because I feel like companies are like they see like the potential like of like their own like digital directs. Like you know how Sony has like their state of plays, Xbox has their Inside Xbox, Nintendo has their Nintendo Directs. Heck, even like other companies like Ubisoft and Square Enix, they do like EA. They did their own presentation. Obviously, it wasn't a good presentation. Obviously, it wasn't a good presentation, but that presentation probably cost them maybe like $20,000 to produce. Instead of spending like $100,000, $200,000. But I guess you are right that like you market to people directly there and like spread out the news like in like a hype level. Because like with Summer Game Fest, the only thing that was like the last thing I saw from Summer Game Fest I was like super hype was like the Tony Hawk remastered games, and I'm not even a skateboarding fan. I'm not even a skateboarding fan, but so many people were losing their mind when Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2 Remastered was announced.
oh, I feel that, yeah, people are going crazy.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know, man. We'll see, man. We'll see. We'll see, dude.
I mean, this year wasn't, it was just the hype god, it just died along with the pandemic. And
Yeah.
if they really want to show something, then they'll have to do E3 next year.
Mm-hmm.
you know it, could come back in a bigger way, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, it's always good to have these like gaming events, right? Because like you know how some people like they don't really care about gaming, but surprise, surprise, when this pandemic happened, so many people went on to gaming. You're like, oh my god, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, why didn't I? Oh my god, I was like crapping on people that be playing Call of Duty or Animal Crossing, but now I'm playing Animal Crossing or like Call of Duty. I mean, I don't know. It's weird, man. It's weird, but we'll see. We'll see what more news that we have next year. I don't know if E3 is next year, and hopefully, if this whole pandemic situation comes around, I'll see if I could try to go there next year if it does happen, or like maybe like PAX, because I kind of been looking at PAX, but like I don't know, PAX is like more like of a fan meetup in my opinion.
True.
I don't know. We'll see, man. We'll see. But yeah, man. Do you have anything else you want to talk about, or should we wrap up this podcast?
Honestly, that's all. I think that's all that I had in my mind. Is there anything else? No, yeah, no, still no word from Doctor Disrespect. I hope to hear more from him
Yeah.
to see if anything happened. Because man,
with all the allegations going out there and everything, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
So,
We'll probably get news on that eventually. Obviously, they probably have to do like their whole lawyers and everything else.
yeah. Oh yeah, easily.
But yeah, man, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me on this podcast, man. Hopefully, we'll have you later on in the future, or maybe as a guest every week if you can.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'd be down. I'm always down.
All right, then, man. But yeah, thank you guys so much. If you guys made it throughout this far, thank you guys so much for joining us in this podcast. And yes, Desoy, where do you think what information do you have for the viewers that did somehow make it this far? Obviously, I'm gonna put your links in the beginning of the video and everything. What do you do as a content creator, just as a special shout out?
Well, me specifically, I just make gaming videos. So whether it be funny moments or just showing off like random things in a game, that's pretty much what I do. But I am now more prominent on twitch.tv/thesoy2.
All right.
That's where I am mostly on now. So I stream Valorant, Fortnite. Maybe I'll do Call of Duty Warzone in the future, but who knows? Rainbow Six.
Or like this new battle royale that Ubisoft made.
Yep, that too. It'll be a variety. So I'm always around. I always take suggestions for games.
All right, man. All right, man. I'll put the links in the start of the video and obviously in the description. And yeah, and obviously for me, AgentCuato, I do have a Twitch channel. Obviously, twitch.tv/AgentCuato. Basically for me, the same thing, variety content. I have been a little bit of a struggle bus of streaming, obviously, but obviously this channel, I am going to be coming into this channel, uploading Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Obviously, if something major happens, we'll do a reaction video, like the Xbox event. We do plan to do a live reaction video on it. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode of the AgentZy podcast, episode 2. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. And yeah, we'll see you guys next Friday when this episode is uploaded. So yeah, have a great rest of your day, night, morning, where you guys are in the time zones in the world. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace out.
Peace.